Welcome to TV20 Classic Sports. I'm your host, Christian Patterson. From all-star matchups to championship games, we've reached into the vault to bring back a part of Cleveland history. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode of TV20 Classic Sports.
Getting ready for the start of the girls junior all-star match. However, we're listening right now to Mr. Dejanay and the Pep Band representing Cadell Recreation Center. But we're about ready to start. We've got the junior all-stars to play. We just finished the midget all-star game.
Yes.
And the girls are lining up. One thing to remember, these girls were picked throughout the season by their coaches. They're representing all the Cleveland Recreation Centers because of their skill level. These girls are ages 13 to 16. Season began back in January of 1995. And their games, just like the midget games, were all held at Cadell, Thurgood Marshall, Estabrook, and John F. Kennedy. One difference, or several differences, the free throw line is the official free throw line that we use in basketball. The midgets were moved up a little bit. And also, we have 14-minute halves with the juniors versus the 12-minute halves with the midgets.
All right. Again, we want to welcome you to the final game of the City of Cleveland Girls Basketball All-Star Game in the Junior Division. Once again, I'm George Abram with my partner Desiree Powell, and this game is between the American Conference in the red and the National Conference in the jade. Desiree, what are your thoughts on what the keys in this game are and something about the coaches?
Okay, both teams basically are looking into quickness and rebounding. They've had very limited practice time, actually only one day to practice. The girls are coming from all over, so we're just looking for a lot of quickness and rebounding.
All right.
We're headed over now to the players and their parents and the official introductions for today's game.
Right now, let's go to the PA announcer, Nate Mumphrey, for the introduction of the players and the coaches and the officials.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Junior Division All-Star Game. We have the National Conference versus the American Conference. Again, when we introduce our young ladies, they will be accompanied by their parents and/or a coach. First of all, from the National Conference, from Clark Recreation, number 1, Jessica Gonzalez. Number 3, from Michael J. Zone, Saskia Santos. Number 4, from Estabrook Recreation, Karen Edwards. From Stella Walsh Recreation, number 5, Christina Mendad. Number 6, from Cadell Recreation, Tiana Whitaker. Representing Central Recreation Center, number 7, Shanetta Moncrief. From Clark Recreation Center, number 8, Sarah Rivera. Number 9, also from Clark Recreation Center, Lily Romero. From Sterling Recreation Center, number 10, Ebony Garrison. Also representing Sterling Recreation Center, number 11, Yahara Ferrer. And from Central Recreation Center, number 12, Latasha Oliver. The National Conference All-Stars are coached by Mr. Joe Daniels and Miss Nancy Owens from Sterling Recreation. And now, the Junior Division All-Stars from the American Conference. Number 1, from Alexander Hamilton, Shanita Ellington. Number 2, from Lonnie Burton Recreation Center, Toriana Frazier. And our next 2 young ladies share a parent, so we will introduce them together. We have from Woodland Recreation, number 3 and number 12, Tanetta and Tamika Grayer. Also from Woodland Recreation, number 4, Nicole Collins. Number 5, representing Corey Recreation Center, Shanika Prayer. Number 6, from Fairfax Recreation, Tiffany McClain. From the Glenville Recreation Center, number 7, Marquita Reed. Also from Glenville Recreation Center, number 8, Monique Smith. Number 9, from the Lonnie Burton Recreation Center, Ani Long. Representing Thurgood Marshall Recreation Center, number 10, LaShonda Johnson. And from the Fairfax Recreation Center, number 11, Siobhan Scott. The American Conference All-Stars are coached by LaVon Michelle Irvin from Lonnie Burton.
Star match here. Okay. We've had our introduction now of the girls getting ready to start the Junior All-Star match. Looking forward to some exciting basketball. If we see the same level of play, and if not better, that we saw from the midgets, we'll be doing great.
We'll be into something.
And I definitely expect to see bigger and greater things out of the juniors.
So do I. I'm sure that they are not going to let themselves be outdone by the midgets.
Okay. As I said earlier, these girls have only practiced one time together, and they're representing various different recreation centers, so we're looking for a lot of teamwork, and it's going to take them some time, I think, the first half to get to know each other and their style of play, especially with them being older.
Yes.
And just like the girls, with them, the younger midget girls were not afraid to shoot. I'm sure the juniors will not be shy and bashful.
Not at all. I'm looking for that kind of a game for no other reason than some of the players that I see here that are on the All-Star rosters. Nicole Collins, who played well in the game earlier today, along with several of the other players, Jessica Gonzalez, Lillian Romero, Sarah Rivera, all did a good job in the games that they played earlier today here at Denver Recreation Center. So I'm sure that we're going to be highly entertained by some skill level play for this age group of girls.
Our two referees again will be Mr. Mark Zubek and Sandra Grant. They both refereed the Midget All-Star match. They will continue. They will take on the junior girls. So we're getting ready to take the floor. Girls are getting their last-minute instructions from their coaches.
So we have the, again, we're going international with our officials.
Of course. Sandra's remain here in the States.
All right.
Okay.
Well, soon we'll have the tip-off, and we'll get this game underway. This will be the final game in the city of Cleveland's girls basketball all-star game in the junior division.
Okay. Looks like from observation size-wise, we look like we're somewhat matched up evenly.
For the first time.
See who can come out on top.
Yes. Both teams seem to be about even in height and weight.
Okay, we're ready to begin this. Here we go. Nick goes to the American League. However, a very quick turnover.
And the foul.
Number 1 with the push.
That would be
Shandia Ellington. Representing Alexander Hamilton. However, someone just scored. I missed that, which has put the national team up by 1 basket.
Foul before the shot, I believe. No, it wasn't. Foul in the act of shooting.
Okay, that puts number 12, Tamika Grayer, on the line. Her sister is also playing for the same team. Makes her first basket.
She has a good touch on her shot. Nice arcing shot. Good follow through. Should make this one. Yes.
Ties the score up 2-2. Tamika Grayer attends West Tech as a 9th grader. Her average is 10 points per game during the season.
You're seeing some good defense right near our scoring table here.
Going into the basket. Got the rebound, but still missed the basket.
Desiree, as you mentioned, we are seeing some rather elevated play here with these junior division girls.
Dangerous pass across the court, but she made it. She got it to her teammate.
They're not afraid to shoot.
Unable to score. Ball back over to the national team. Ball's in control by Sarah Rivera from Clark.
Shot up, no good.
Jessica Gonzalez, number 1. 3 seconds called. She was uncontested with her first shot. She missed it. She got the rebound. She fought for it again, but there was a 3-second call, which gives the ball back to the American in the red. Whoa.
Pass was partially blocked, and as a result, it caused a turnover. So the national team, ball in the control of Sarah Rivera, and she lost the ball as a steal.
Layup, rebound,
up, but no good.
No good. We're not able to capitalize on that. They're going to have to make use of all their opportunities.
Ball
Looks for
thrown
the open
away
man.
again. Shanita Ellington
Oh, took the ball.
had the dribble, but lost it.
Okay, these girls are going to have to slow down on both sides and make better use of their opportunities. They're rushing themselves a little bit.
Exactly. When that shot was put up that time, it looked like it was going to fall.
Whoa!
So did that one.
Got a little excited there and started walking with the ball.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to try this again with the National League. Coming down the court, number 8 again, Sarah Rivera. Looks like to be their point guard. Trying to slow the ball down a little bit so that they can work on trying to get a score.
Which is, as you say, Desiree, I think that's the smarter thing to do.
Nice drive to the hole, but she missed the basket. Rebound attempt was no good. However, they have maintained control of the ball. Underneath.
Finally.
Number 12.
Put it up and
Latasha Oliver, who attends Lincoln West High School as a 10th grader. She's representing Central Recreation Center.
And their favorite NBA players with the Cleveland Cavaliers, Brad Doherty.
Okay, we've gone to a jump ball, and it's in the possession of the national team. Okay, got a relatively close game for it to be the beginning of the match. Score 4-2.
Oh, boy.
Okay, here we go again.
Yeah, we've been going almost 5 minutes in this game. And we only have a grand total of 6 points. 4 by the national team and 2 by the American team.
Number 11 has displayed a little bit of a stutter step there, but then the ball got taken away from her.
Here comes the J team.
Whoa!
Romero, rebound, puts it up and in. That was by Jessica Gonzalez.
Okay, replay on that. She goes for the basket, misses. Oh, number 10, Ebony Garrison, representing Sterling, earned those 2 points there. National team comes down again. Up. You know, like I said, it's obvious these girls are trying to get used to each other's play.
Oh,
Nice
the
basket.
lucky bounce of the ball. That ball was put up. It hit the rim.
Okay, replay. Number 3, Miss Greer hits the back of the backboard and it goes in. Puts 2 points on the scoreboard for her team. Bringing the score now to 7-6.
Well, this should be a
Number
basket.
11.
Yes, indeed.
No contact. There was no one there defending against
Not at all.
her. She had the full lane open to herself. Easy layup. We're going to see that again. No one around her. Takes her time, concentrates. Actually had a little bit of hang time in there while
Yes,
she did
she
a
did.
little shot.
Oh, good play, good play, good play, good
Number
shot.
Number 2, I'm sorry. Tarana Frazier from Lonnie Burton averaged 6 points a game during the season. She attends East Tech and she's in the 10th grade. Favorite player, Carl Malone.
Well, how about the backboard? A little bit of glass there. Kissed the glass, went right into the net.
We're gonna see that one again. Right there, she's got a girl in front of her, uses the backboard, and it goes in.
Just like she planned it.
Girls are warming up here.
Another one off the backboard.
Number 10, Ebony Garrison.
Kissed the glass and went in.
Wilson, 8th grader. These girls are not afraid to drive to the basket. Replay. She goes up. Backboard. It's obvious they teach these girls to make sure they try to go for that backboard.
Yes.
Oh! Excellent play under the basket by number 12, Tamika Greer. Okay, here we see it again. She's underneath, she goes up, takes her time, backboard use, 2 points.
And while we were live, there was 2 points
for the national team.
For the national team.
Oh, we're gonna go with a timeout here.
Timeout called by the American team.
Okay, excellent play. These girls have done excellent. They're starting to warm up now. They're not afraid to go and drive down the line.
Absolutely.
Using the backboard.
Absolutely. We've seen some good plays off the backboard. They've been kissing the glass. It looks like something they've been working on along the way here.
And as we go with this timeout, we're listening again to the music of Mr. Joe D, under the direction of Mr. Joe DeJournette, representing Cadell Recreation Center with his musicians. Been very fortunate to have them here. Okay, and it looks like the girls have gotten their last-minute instructions by their coaches.
They're now ready to resume play with 6 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half of play. The score is 14-11 in favor of the National.
Favor of the National. Okay, here we go. We've had some substitutions from that timeout. Right now, the national team with that timeout, national team had 7 for 13 from the floor. The American team in the red had 3 from 11. With 1 3-point shot.
In case that you've just joined us, we're here in the final game of the City of Cleveland Girls Basketball All-Star Game in the junior division. And this game is being played between the American and the National Conference Leagues, with the National being in the jade uniforms and the American in red. What you're seeing now is the tail end of 2 shots from the foul line.
By number 8, Miss Sarah Rivera, representing Clark. She was unable to connect on her 2 foul shots. Gives the ball back to the American.
Oh, there was almost a turnover.
Okay, number 4, control of the ball right there.
Couldn't hang on, so it caused a turnover for the American team. National team, the ball is being brought down the floor by Ebony Garrison in the Sterling Center.
Oh, open
all
man
by
underneath.
herself.
Easy play.
Puts it up and in.
Easy play.
Garrison on the basket.
Garrison's favorite players from the Phoenix Suns. Replay, we see her underneath the basket by herself, takes her time, backboard up and in. Elementary shot.
Oh, almost a good shot there. Just caught a little bit of the rim. Rebound by Karen Edwards from the Estabrook Center. The ball is being brought down the floor by Ebony Garrison. That puts it up and in.
Again, Miss Garrison goes to the hole.
I think she's feeling her oats.
She is not afraid to go to the basket. Replay, we see her go up and in. Oh, number 4, Nicole Collins from Woodland Recreation Center, underneath the basket for the rebound, puts it up and in.
It's the first time we've called Nicole's name in this game this afternoon, but I expected good things from her based upon what we saw earlier on today.
Okay, girls are looking down the court, looking for the open man. American League was a little bit out of control there. Unable to produce the basket. Got some major substitution going on. The ball will be brought in by the national team, which is leading 18-13.
Yes, with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first half.
Okay. Okay, they brought the ball down underneath. Over the, whoop. Little too hard, off the baskets.
That shot attempted by Moncrief.
It's great to see the determination on their faces as they head down the court.
Yes. And the last shot attempt by Shanetta Moncrief, it looks like she sort of threw up a prayer, hoping that one of her team members would get the ball on an offensive rebound and perhaps stick it back. But it didn't happen that way.
Okay, these girls have a mission. And,
almost a good
again.
shot. Yes.
Almost a repeat of performance there. One of the few that she's missed. Nicole Collins. She had a nice move. She just didn't get the ball to connect with the basket.
I think what happened, Desiree, she had the good angle on the basket, but she had to shoot over one of the national players, and it caused her to misdirect the shot.
These girls have some moves.
Yes, yes. Look at that, look at that, look at that.
Oh! Oh, that counts.
Nicole Collins.
Oh, goodness. Oh, we have to see that one again. Here she goes, takes the ball up, hesitates, follows through, keeps that concentration even though she was fouled.
Look at that. But did you see what happened on that play? She shifted the ball from the right hand to the left, went under the arm.
And that's why she was MVP for the junior division in her game.
And just as you talked, Desiree, about seeing some good play and some good athletic play out of these girls here today, Nicole Collins demonstrated the exact thing that you talked about.
Oh, yeah. These girls, all of them have a mission. That's why they were selected as all-stars. And just like in the midget league, these girls have gotten better. Most of these girls out here have played last year, which has increased their ability. Oh, they're in trouble here.
Yes, yes. Almost didn't get it over.
Okay, well, they got it.
Got over, almost intercepted.
Oh, almost. Okay, they're going down court. Pass, intercepted.
Couldn't keep her balance on that almost turnover. And so the ball goes out of bounds to the American team.
The American team is caught up a little bit. There's only a 2-point difference here.
Right.
It's 18-16 in favor of the national team in the Jade.
Nicole Collins
They're gonna try it
with
again.
that steal.
Nicole Collins.
And in!
Ties the game up, 18-18. Strong
Nicole
rebounding under the
Collins.
basket. She got up to a slow start at the beginning of the game. Here's our replay. She gets the rebound, uses the backboard, up and in. Whoa, over and back.
Over and back on the mid-court stripe.
Skill level is great.
Yes, it is.
It excites me.
We're tied at 18 here.
I get so proud of these girls. I get
With
caught up.
55 seconds left in the first half.
Oh, nice concentration. She wasn't going to let that foul stop her from shooting the ball. It didn't go in.
But it's the effort she made.
That's right. Puts her on the line. She knows that foul would get her on the line.
That's Tamika Grayer, who's on the line, shooting 2.
You know, a talent like this, and you've got high school coaches in the audience, and the development that they get within the rec centers to hopefully get them to play for the schools.
Yes.
They could go far. We've had a lot of players within the Division of Recreation go from recreation ball into school ball and then on to college.
Well, a lot of times this could be just a motivational piece.
That's right.
To cause that
Nice
to
play.
happen. Here they can gain the confidence, learn the skills, know what it's all about, learn the different techniques that it takes to play this game, which will take them pretty far along the way as they move through their public school years and on into other worlds of basketball play.
Okay, long shot. You've got less than 30 seconds left in the game. Ms. Collins bringing the ball down for the American team, passes it inside. They get ball control back. 3 seconds. They're looking for the open man, though. You know, and it's good to see these girls are not selfish. And even though they don't know each other, they've got one thing in mind. We're working together as a team.
You know, I like the way Nicole Collins went down the floor that time with the ball towards their goal and dished off in the middle, right underneath the net.
Halftime, perfect score, 18-18.
Tied at 18.
Totally indicative of the kind of play that we've seen from both teams.
Yes. So here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of the first half, the score is tied at 18 between these two teams, the American Division team and the national team.
Okay, we're at halftime. What we're going to do at this point, we're going to be entertained again by Mr. Joe DeJarnay and the pep band. And in a few minutes, we're going to see Tim, and he's going to be talking to Sandy Balzer and Antoinette Thompson about the Girls Basketball League.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Promising to be an entertaining halftime, as usual.
Okay, we'll be back with more. Stay tuned to the Girls All-Star Junior Basketball Championship.
All right, we're back at halftime.
We're here at the Girls Junior All-Star Basketball Championship game with an excellent first half scoring of 18-18 for the National and American League. But right now, we're going to head over to Mr. Tim Wells, who's with two very important individuals who are in charge of our girls basketball program for the city of Cleveland, right in front of our pep band.
A lot of excitement in the air, and it's All-Star Day in the city of Cleveland, and everybody's happy and things are happening. And two of the key players from behind the scenes are our guests here at halftime. The girls basketball chairman, Sandy Balzer. Welcome, Sandy.
Thank you, Tim.
First of all, tell me, what role did your committee play, and what actually did you do this year to get the program going?
Well, this year we split into two different divisions, a midget and a junior division, because there were so many girls coming out for the program. And then in the midget division, we moved the foul shooting line in about 3 feet to make it a little easier for the younger girls, 12 and under, to shoot the foul shots. And then we also instituted a no full court press for the midget division, and they can pick them up at half court. And then also we did
mandatory play rule.
Mandatory play rule. Thank you, Tim. Mandatory play rule where all the girls have to get it into both halves of the game.
Your feelings about the league now that it's wrapped up today?
Well, it was there were some challenges in the in the league this year, but it's expanding girls sports tremendously from last year to this year, and we're just going to keep growing, I think, through next year and following years to come.
Okay, we heard one of the girls talk about girls athletics and how the city has taken an upbeat mood. And the girls committee really kind of helps establish some rules as far as giving us suggestions. But the real person behind the scenes that does it for the female athletics is the athletic coordinator for the city of Cleveland, Antoinette Thompson. AT, you have the tough job.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun this year. It's been a lot of challenges, but we've had a lot of fun.
When we talk about challenges, what is one of the biggest challenges you saw with the girls basketball program this year?
Probably more so with the junior girls, and just trying to get them to understand that this is a contact sport. Even though they say basketball is not a contact sport, they want to get a little antsy sometimes when they get fouled. But we pretty much cleared that up, and we've had a good season.
You've been in recreation for a little bit. Maybe share with us some of those success stories, people that played in the program gone on.
We've had quite a few young ladies that have played in the program. Nashima Hillman, who's now at Vanderbilt, starring there. She played at Corey Recreation Center. Wanda Ford, who's playing All-Pro right now. She played at Woodland Recreation Center, just to name a few.
Basketball will be over today. What's next for the girls?
Oh, we have a lot of things up for the girls. Softball's coming up in April, so they can start signing up at the recreation centers now. Our summer program is full of things for females, so just come up to your recreation center and sign up.
Let me ask you this. Obviously, when you started taking over the girls' athletics, we've come from really a situation where now you're able to totally focus on one program. What is the most satisfying part of this job?
I think the most satisfying part is just to see all the young ladies that are interested in playing sports and participating in our activities. It's been, we've grown over the years. We've come from hardly having anything to do with the young ladies to right now I think we're servicing with the girls basketball, I think like 365 young ladies. So we're doing real good with the programs, and I think that's the most success for me.
And the cost?
The cost, we'll let you talk about that part.
Best secret in town, it's free, folks. And yes, you've heard the recreation instructors talk about not just the athletic part, but the educational part, about getting yourself together, doing the right attitude. Hey, girls, coming up next to softball, and we're working for you. Hey, Des, our hats go off to Sandy and AT for really making it happen, and back to you for this great day.
Okay. Excellent interview. The two very important individuals working within the girls department. Excellent background music again by the pep band under the direction of Mr. Dijonay, based out of Cadell Recreation Center. They've been supplying us with a lot of pepful music. You know, it makes this atmosphere a little bit more alive, makes it more like you see on TV, so the girls feel that we do care about them and we're trying to make it more realistic for them.
Absolutely. They deserve it.
Their participation in this has been great.
They deserve it.
But looking at some of the halftime stats here, one of the main things we want to look at is the national team, which is in the color jade. They have a 40% field goal percentage rate compared to 24% for the American League. Now the score is tied 18-18, but their field goals are going in a lot more than the American League on an average.
Yes.
We also have, however, although they're making more attempts into scoring, free throw percentage, we have 60% free throw percentage for the American team. So the national team is fouling a lot, which is allowing the American team to get on the foul line, which has caused this tie of 18-18.
I noticed that there was a 0% for the national.
Correct. The American team has been able to handle the foul situation. So we also, and as I stated earlier, the coaches both commented to me from both sets of the teams that quickness and rebounds were their key. And that's evident because rebounding, we've got 13 rebounds for the first half under the American team in the red, and we have 11 rebounds for the national team in the jade. And then as far as turnovers, 6 turnovers from the national team and only 3 turnovers at this point from the American team. So they're evenly matched, obviously.
And the score is still tied at 18. Even with the turnovers, sometimes the turnovers can make a difference.
Correct. One team is capitalizing on that free throw.
Absolutely.
The other team is capitalizing on making those field shots out on the court. But the American League's got the ball.
And just threw it away.
Yes, they did.
And caused a turnover, which is what we just got through talking about.
So here we go. Start of the second half of the girls All-Star.
You know, Desiree, this score being knotted at 18 is very fitting for an All-Star game.
Yes, it is.
You expect these players to be evenly matched, and if you judged it according to the score, they are.
Okay, Nicole Collins had that drive to the basket. She got fouled underneath the basket as she was making the touch. Here's the replay. Up in the air. She's got excellent hang time.
Yes.
And she's got that concentration. She's going to shoot that ball whether she gets fouled or not.
Absolutely.
And she's on the foul line. See if she can.
Nothing
with
but net.
ease. Nothing but net.
It's just like a person slurping spaghetti. Nothing but net.
Number 4.
Whoops. And just as I said that, the second shot was missed by Nicole Collins. However, we have a lane violation, so she'll get another chance to sink it.
Okay, number 8 came into the.
Once again, she does not make good on that shot. And so the Nationals.
Oh, Nicole with the hands to cause the steal. Teammate.
Up and in.
Teammate Tanetta Grayer takes the drive underneath the basket, scores the layup, brings their team ahead. There's the replay.
Here comes the same young lady.
Tanetta Grayer down the court again. Whoa, other side this time.
She must have eaten her Wheaties this morning because that ball went all the way up over the top of the backboard.
Okay, here we go. National team now is down 21-18. They're going to try to work their way back up.
That was a good shot that time by Jessica Gonzalez. However, she didn't make connections.
Oh, almost. Okay,
And
they weren't able to
did
capitalize on
Natasha
that.
Oliver.
It's American team, but led by Ms. Grayer, bringing the ball down, passing the ball across the court to teammates. Oh, not enough power behind the shot by number 10, LaShonda Johnson, representing Thurgood Marshall. So,
oh, what a shot. What a shot by Sarah Rivera.
Yeah, representing Clark Recreation Center, averaging 9 points a game per season. Or, I'm sorry, 9 points a game during the season. Tanetta Gray.
Tanetta Gray got the baseline, drove it, and scored.
She averages 6 points a game
Timeout
during the season.
For the Nationals. And with 11 minutes and 40 seconds left in the second half of play, our score is now 23-20.
Okay. Obviously, their coaches talked to them during the season. We've got a replay here. Tanetta Gray going straight to the basket, virtually uncontested, which caused her to get the easy layup.
Yes.
Yeah, the more defense that they have played against them, the harder it is for them. But right now, they're not getting that intense defense underneath the basket, which is going to prevent them from scoring these baskets.
Yes, yes.
So the girls have definitely proven that they can play offense. They're going to have to pick up a little bit more on the defense to keep the other team from coming back and scoring right away.
Absolutely. If you can't stop the other team from scoring, a lot of times if you are already behind and you think you're going to catch up by scoring, which is the right way to think about it, but you also got to think about defense so that you stop the other team. You got to do that in order for you to pull ahead.
Okay, here we go. We're ready. Coaches have had their time with their team, see what they do, see if they follow their instructions that they received. We've got the national team taking the ball out. Oh, long pass, long, dangerous pass.
Intercepted.
Oh, Tanetta Gray under the basket.
Up and in by Tanetta Gray.
Representing Woodland Recreation Center again. Favorite player, Chicago Bulls, Scottie Pippen.
Yes, that puts the American team up by 5 points.
We've got a replay on that foul. Tanetta Gray, no, not the foul. Tanetta Gray going for the basket. She was open underneath, allowed her to score, make an easy basket. Oh, nice fake by Sarah Rivera.
She lost the ball on the dribble that time on the floor, and she didn't really have control of it to begin with. And the basket is good.
Teammate looked underneath the basket, saw an open player, took a dangerous pass. It was a dangerous pass, but it connected. She followed through. We're going to have a replay on that. She looks down, she sees her teammate. Dangerous pass into the middle of the court, almost intercepted, but her player took the concentration, used the backboard. Easy two. She misses the free throw.
The basket was by Monique Smith of the American team. So we now have a 7-point spread with the American team being ahead.
Oh, wide open in the middle. She couldn't capitalize on the shot, but Sarah realized she had a player wide open. Tanetta
Grayer puts it up and in.
We can show a lot of the same replays on this. She is always getting the ball underneath the basket right at the key. We're going to see it again here. Monique Collins throws down court, sees the open player, Tanetta Grayer. She goes to her favorite side, uses the backboard, easy two. Back to live action here.
Ebony Garrison had that ball on the dribble. She was going to attempt a shot, but she lost the ball. And the ball was turned over to the American team. Nicole Collins brought the ball down the floor.
Okay, we're going to see that one again. Nicole takes it down the right side of the court. She lost, her man fell behind her, couldn't stay in front of her, gave her the baseline. She got fouled underneath as she made the shot. Well, as she attempted to make the shot, she missed the shot, which puts her on the foul line. She makes the first basket. She attends West Tech High School as an 11th grader. And Orlando Magic, Mr. Hardaway, her favorite player.
All right.
Her coach's comments: best player in the league, leads the team in rebounding, second leading scorer. She can wound you from the outside and kill you from the inside.
Now that's complete.
Tania Grayer, in and out. Oh!
Rebound. Tania Grayer put that shot up from downtown Cleveland, but didn't make connections. The ball went down and then came back up again, but was rebounded.
We're going to see a replay on that. She's outside. Tania Grayer shot that ball outside the three-point. It goes in and out. Her player is alert, number 12 underneath. Her sister goes up, makes the easy layup. That's working with your sister right there. Since halftime, the American team has been able to keep their composure. They've concentrated on all aspects, stealing the ball. Tania Grayer, favorite side of the court. That one she didn't make. One of the few.
You know, Desiree, when Ebony Garrison had the ball down on her end of the court, there was too much dribbling that went on there. She was dribbling in the teeth of the defense, and she did have people on the periphery that were open, but she didn't choose to pass the ball out. I guess she wanted to try to do it by herself and couldn't get it done.
There we see it again. They go for the jump ball. And they fight under those baskets. They try to get gain of that possession of that ball.
They're for real. They're serious.
Goes to the national team now. They're still behind. Score 32-20. They're trying to come back from a deficit.
Rebound, Nicole Collins.
She took a commanding rebound, shoots it down. Underneath.
Up and good.
Total teamwork. These
By
girls are out to work together.
Yes.
This is not a one-man team. They've got a lot of talent. Here we go. We see it again. Collins comes half court, passes down to the open man. She takes it up, concentrates, uses the backboard.
Timeout for the national team.
Okay, national team now taking a timeout, huh?
And the score with that timeout, with 7 minutes and 42 seconds left in the game, 34-20, the Americans in the lead.
Okay, with that timeout, Tania Grayer on the red team for the American squad. She is 5 for 7 right now with 10 points since the half. No, okay, combination. All right, she's got 10 points so far for the game, 5 for 7. And as I said earlier, you could look at the same replay over and over again. And she picks that left side of the basket, goes up for the 2.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're going to see what Joe Daniels and Nancy Owens had to say to their team to see if they can come back from behind. They only have 7 minutes left or so to play. And they're going to have to do some major work here if they're going to try to come back from behind.
Yes, they will. I think they still have time. They have over 7 minutes left.
Oh, now with an interception like that.
But they can't do it with that kind of play.
Okay, ball goes right back over. We'll start again here.
The Americans seem to be playing kind of a swarming defense. They're double teaming the ball on every play, and they're being successful at it. Apparently, replay on this.
Okay, here we go. She's up under the basket. She goes for it, full concentration. She gets hit by the American League, which causes the foul. Okay, you know, looking at the stats, second half, the national team has only had 6 shots attempted with 1 made. So that's one of their problems at this point.
That's because of the double teaming of the ball on defense by the Americans.
That and the turnovers, yeah.
Yeah, causing the turnovers. And the Nationals are not able to figure out how to handle that double team. That's probably because their teammates aren't getting in a position where they can find them to pass the ball, because whenever you're being double teamed, you got to find a way to get the ball from you. Even before the double team gets to you, you should be able to see that and then pass the ball to get out of that trap or the double team on the ball.
Okay, situations like that, they should be able to capitalize on with the free throw shots. They weren't able to, which is also hurting them. They've had 8 turnovers that, you know, they're going to have to do some major concentration now. They're down to 6 minutes, just over 6 minutes left. We can see if they can set up some plays and get some points on the board here. They've only scored 2 points since halftime. Whoa. Okay, nice move on behalf of Sarah Rivera. She got fouled.
That foul was on the part of the American, number 11, Siobhan Scott.
Okay, we're going to look at this again. She drives to the basket. Siobhan was behind her, trying to make up for losing track of her, and slipped and fell, which caused her to also make a contact with Sarah to cause the foul. We'll see if they can make use of this. See, they're missing their foul shots.
Yes. Sarah Rivera attempting the foul shots for the Nationals. Missed on the first one.
Okay.
If the Nationals could make their foul shots, as you're saying, Desiree, well, finally she made that one.
Yes. Okay.
That's very critical in a game like this.
Yes.
Particularly when you are this far behind on the scoreboard.
Right. Oh, driving to the
good
basket.
Good block, good defense that time on the part of Ebony Garrison for the Nationals.
Yeah, she's bringing the ball down. Number 10, Ebony Garrison. Oh, going to the hole. Oh!
Wouldn't fall. It just wouldn't fall.
They still got control of the ball, but basketball is not going in for them at this point. But just like the midgets, they're giving it everything they have. No one's giving up out here.
As I said early on, they're serious, folks.
Oop. Oh, nice save. She was very conscious of where her feet were.
She sure was.
She didn't want that over and back call. Sarah Rivera going, ooh. Didn't quite get to
the net. She put up an air ball that time.
Right. Okay, here we go. American League's going to bring the ball down. Got a free man. She misses the layup.
Failed to connect on the shot.
Gonna take the ball out from underneath the basket. Siobhan Scott.
Air ball by Siobhan Scott.
American League gets the ball again. Looking for the open man. Finds number 10. LaShonda Johnson representing Thurgood Marshall. They were unable to connect with a basket there. National League. Whoop.
National League almost had a breakaway that time.
Ooh, Sarah Rivera triple teamed. Holding onto the ball. She needs to get rid of it.
5-second violation. That was a 5-second violation that time on the part of Sarah Rivera. If no defensive player had been around Sarah Rivera, she would have been able to stand out there longer than 5 seconds.
Right. Okay, we're going to see that again. Look, she's triple teamed here. She's trying to get around. She has no help from her players, and by the time she does try to get someone over to help her, it's too late.
Yes.
She's fighting, though, trying to get through. Couldn't quite do it. Back to action here. American team going, missing quite a few attempts to make a basket. Oh,
The American team had three attempts, three attempts.
Uh-oh, underneath,
shot that
open.
Time. They weren't. Finally, the Nationals score again.
Whittaker from Cadell Recreation Center scoring that. We see the replay here. She gets the pass underneath the basket, uses the backboard, and in. Sarah Rivera goes for the shot, misses. No foul call.
All right.
However,
two in a row.
Teammate Latasha Oliver from Central Recreation Center scores on behalf of the national team. Although,
She puts it up and in for the Americans. Tamika Greer.
Tamika Greer. Favorite
Nicole
player being
Collins.
Michael Jordan.
Yes.
Okay, replay.
Up.
Here we go. We see her go up, backboard, up and in. True fundamental basketball.
Yes, it is. Nicole Collins back into the game for the Americans.
You know, it's good to see that because a lot of players, you know, they forget the basics of learning how to use that backboard, and they think you have to be able to swish it, you have to be able to use on net, and that's not necessarily the case. The object is to win the game, and if you use the backboard, your percentage is a lot higher.
Kiss the glass.
Okay, here we go. Miss Collins back in the game for the American League. She had a breather there, and it would have been fortunate for the national team to use that chance with her sitting down to score, but they weren't able to score enough with her sitting down. And with her back in the game.
We now have 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left.
Oh, down to the open player. Tamika Greer.
Tamika Greer puts it up and in.
And again, Nicole Collins looks for the free man. Unselfish player as she is.
Replay.
Replay, she passes down all by herself. Miss Greer goes up and in.
Tremendous save that time. Did you see that save by Torona Frazier?
Oh, gets her own rebound. She gets her own rebound and scores 2 points.
Sort of sounds like a broken record.
She's got a smile on her face. She's a little tired, but she got a smile on her face.
Replay.
Replay. She goes uncontested. She goes up. She misses. She follows through. She's still under the basket. No one there. Goes right back up again.
With 1 minute and 18 seconds left, our score now is 40-25 with the Americans in the lead.
Okay, now I know Joe Daniels and Nancy Owens have got to be telling their players concentrate, make use of those foul shots when they get them, and they're going to have to get under the basket and do less turnovers. They've got 11 turnovers this half, 17 overall. That is too many turnovers.
You can't win a game like that.
And that's why we have the difference in score. At halftime, they were even. Turnovers at halftime were only 6-3. Right now, the National League has gone from 6 to 17.
And the bad thing about turnovers in this case, Desiree, is that the Americans were able to capitalize by scoring points off the turnovers. And that's what you want to do in situations like that.
Okay, a little bit too aggressive on the American team by number 2, Tania Frazier from Lonnie Burton. She averaged 6 points during the season, and she attends East Tech.
I think the story in this game today, particularly in the second half of play, the American team was double teaming the player with the ball on the national side, and that particular player didn't know what to do in order to beat the double team. So their defense, meaning the American team's defense, really turned it on in that second half.
That's true. And that leads us to seeing Ebony Garrison on the foul line, and we're going to see if she makes this shot, because this is where they need to get those points.
Yes.
Unable to connect. However, she did average 11 points during the season, and she attends Wilson. And her favorite player, Charles Barkley, unable to connect on the second. That's hurting them. Foul underneath by Miss Collins, which is going to put,
number 11.
Number 11. You pronounced that one.
Ferrer.
You didn't try her first name. Representing Sterling Recreation Center. Oh, She attends West Tech as a 9th grader, and her favorite player from the Chicago Bulls is B.J. Armstrong.
All right. Not a bad player.
Okay, she misses the second shot. Nicole Collins looks down underneath again. Oh, intercepted, however, on that pass.
I'll tell you, Tamika Greer, I don't think realized that she had her teammate in back of her.
Right.
So she really kept the Americans from scoring on that play simply because she didn't have that realization.
Brought the ball in, unable to capitalize with a score, so the National League's taking it down. Oh, there's only 30 seconds left in the game. Whoa. Miss Collins making her presence known underneath the basket, obviously.
Replay.
You can see that again. She's under the basket. National goes up. She goes up to try to block, but she makes contact.
Good defense, though.
Which puts number 9, Lillian Romero, on the line from Clark Recreation Center, who attends Lincoln West as a 10th grader. She averaged 7 points during the season.
Still unable to make the foul shots. This has really been bad for the Nationals.
Yeah, they've been struggling in that area in the second half.
Yeah, really haven't been able to make the foul shots.
Okay, the entire squad from the American League sits down while the other substitutions come in for the last 33 seconds.
If the Nationals had been able to make 75% of their foul shots, this game would be much closer in the score. Haven't been able to do it, and so the result has been a 40-25 lead by the Americans.
Okay, American League got a little bit carried away there underneath the basket and got a traveling call, so the ball goes back over to the National League. Probably one of the last plays of the game. They go for a three-pointer, miss. American League gets the ball. 8 seconds left. I don't know if they're aware of the time.
5, 4,
Levon
3,
Scott
2,
misses.
1. And that does it.
Okay, excellent play by the girls juniors.
Yes, for our junior division all-star game. The final score, 40-25 in favor of the American team.
Coached by Ms. Levon Irvin, as well as Elliot Lanier. Well, we've seen great basketball. Right now, we're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we'll have the final stats for today's game and final conclusion to all of today's activities.
All right.
We'll be back.
Our final score here at the Junior Division All-Star Game. The Americans 40 and the Nationals 25. Desiree?
Okay, with that, we're going to head over to Mr. Tim Wells, who's got our 2 MVPs for tonight's game.
Well, Des, it's been a great day. It's been the Junior All-Stars and 2 of those people that really played well today. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Ladies, if you would give them your name and the school and the grade that you attend.
Tamika Greer, I attend West Tech. I'm in the 9th grade. Jahara Ferdin, West Tech, 9th grade.
We got 2 West Tech girls here. First of all, let's talk about Tamika. Tamika had 14 points and had a lot of basketball action today. If it wasn't the championship, it was the All-Stars. A lot of girls that leave this program are going to high school basketball. Do you feel that you're ready for that? And what kind of things have happened with your team as far as during the year practice-wise, your coach, and what's really the program been like?
It's been good for me. That's all I got to say. I don't have nothing else.
Are you going to be going out for West Tech's team next year?
It's closing down May 1st.
Oh, I don't believe that.
Play for another high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you interested in playing high school basketball?
Yep. I'm getting too old for this now.
Let me ask you this. There's probably some people out here thinking about joining the program. What advice would you give them?
I tell them to join it because they don't have nothing else to do.
Keeps you out of trouble.
Yeah. Keep you off the street, too.
Tell us about that coach of yours, Leonardo Harris.
Leonardo, he good. Sometimes he make me mad, but he good. That's all. I don't got nothing else to say.
Okay. From Sterling Recreation, and I hope I get this right, Yara, one of the things that the committee, when they picked you, they said, you know, she wasn't the leading scorer, but she played great defense, she passed the ball, and she played exceptionally. One of the things is that you've been playing under Joe Daniels this past year. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. He's a great coach, real great coach. After 4 years, I played basketball, and for other people, I recommend them to do play for Sterling's. And happy, real happy.
You know, the next program coming up are softball. Are you guys softball players?
I am.
You are?
No, I don't like softball.
Tell me you could hit that ball if you got a chance. What do you think?
No, I ain't gonna play softball.
First of all, we want to congratulate both of you. We want to wish you the best of luck. Both of these young ladies, Des, have really come along, not just in the athletic field. And it just worked out that they both happen to be outstanding students at their school. They have perfect attendance in some of the classes that they've been involved with. So realistically, we're going to end this note on a very positive note that the girls here today have put it all together. Back to you, Des.
Okay, we've got the score 40-25 to conclude the Junior All-Star game that we had today. Had excellent play.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Final stats going into that. Very close, although the score, there was a major difference at the end of the game. The field goal percentage for the American League was 36, and there was only 37 for the National League. And the major difference in that, however, was free throw percentage. The American League had 50% at the free throw line compared to 8% for the National League, which was their downfall. That kept them behind the second half. And then again, we had 17 from the National League, which hurt them greatly compared to 6 for the American League.
Yes.
So,
yes.
And both teams did outstanding rebound-wise. There was 30 rebounds for the American League and 21 for the National League. So we had an outstanding play, not only from the midgets today, but as well from the juniors.
From everybody we've seen here today, we had outstanding play. It's been a real good, eventful day. And we've seen some real good basketball played on the part of these girls out here today. Again, our final score in today's game in the junior division all-star team, or game rather, that was played, was 40-25 with the Americans in the lead. So
yeah, before we leave, though, we want to say special thanks again. Acting Commissioner Mr. Irving White Jr., Division of Recreation, as well as Royal Crest, Pepsi Cola, EGS Expositions, Ameriflag, Mike Zetta Trophies, and of course all of the camera crew for the Cablevision Channel 35 CLV. We want to thank all of them for their time and energy, all the coaches, all the staff members from the Division of Recreation, as well as the referees, Mr. Tim Wells, and thanks to you too, George. It was nice working with you.
Thank you, thank you. I enjoyed working with you, and I enjoyed working with everybody here today. It's really been fun being out here today, watching these girls play basketball. I didn't realize that we had such talented young people.
And for those of you at home, we have a lot more in store for Division of Recreation going into the summer months, as well as girls softball. So look forward to give any recreation center a call, and they can fill you in on all the programming that we've got in store. But until then, we want to thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you again in the future.
Yes, I want to say, Desiree, that thanks to everybody that came out here today, and we want to thank you for your support throughout this whole day's activities. We've seen some good basketball being played, as I mentioned early on. I'm sure that the commissioner, Mr. Irvin White, whom I mentioned earlier during the course of the day, I've known over the years when he was an insurance man, and he wrote a life insurance policy for me. I'm still living, so they haven't been able to do anything about it. But thanks again, and once again from the Glenville Recreation Center, I'm George Abram with my partner Desiree Powell saying so long. We will see you again, perhaps in the future, doing the same thing in the same place.
We hope you enjoyed today's game. Make sure you head over to our YouTube channel, TV20 Cleveland and subscribe to get the latest videos. I'm Christian Patterson. Thanks for watching TV20 Classic Sports.